Hi, good morning. I am R. Irvin Padia, and welcome to Mind Matters. Today is the best day of your life. This is a motivational clip that will encourage you to be the best that you were created to be today. So, as we start every day, I want you to start with this powerful word that this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. No weapon that is formed against you is going to prosper. Today is Monday, and I like to say it's Miracle Monday. There's a miracle that's happening in your life right now that you don't really know about. If you could just grasp it and believe that God is doing something great in your life today, it will become your reality and not just in your thinking. You have been praying for a miracle, and today is the day of your miracle. Now, today's topic is, dealing with evil thoughts from entering your mind. And there are all types of thoughts that are fighting to get our attention. But what are evil thoughts? Evil thoughts comes from Satan. His strategy is to place them in your mind in the hope that you will act on them. How do you act on them? If he can get you to speak it, then you will give life to that evil thought. If he can get you to speak it or act on that thought, he can accomplish his mission. And his mission is to cause you to come out of the will of God, so that you will not be blessed, so that you will not achieve your purpose. The bottom line is, brothers and sisters, Satan wants to be the God in your life. He is fighting to be God in your life. He always wanted to be your God, and he will always fight so that you will serve him and not the true and living God. You may not always be able to prevent the thought from entering your mind, but you can certainly determine the thought that you are going to act on. Take encouragement from the Apostle Paul. He said in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, reading from verses 5, he said, casting down imagination and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Whenever a thought that is not of God, evil thought that is not of God, tries to enter your mind and cause you to act on them, we have the authority to cast them down. We have the authority to lock them up, to put them in jail. The way to be free from evil thought is to cast away the thoughts and oppose them from capturing your attention. You see, rebellious thoughts causes you to be rebellious to God and against the teaching of Christ. So when we recognize these evil thoughts, we need to cast it out of our mind immediately. Replace those thoughts with what Philippians chapter 4 verses 8 says. It's finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of a good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. Verses 9 says, those things which ye both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and God of peace shall be with you. If you need peace right now, these are the things that we should be replaying over and over in our mind. This is the perfect strategy to combat evil thoughts. Pure thoughts, lovely thoughts, good thoughts. Every good and perfect gift comes from who? God. God is the one at play right now. God is the one that is trying to win the battle in your mind. These are the things that we should be dwelling on. You can only do this one way, by putting these words in replay in your mind. We need to meditate on it, we need to confess it, and we need to act on it. It's very effective in controlling how our thought pattern lies and how we think about ourselves and about our future. Because you cannot think one thing and say another thing. The amazing thing about resisting the devil is that when you do, there's only one response that he has. He must flee. James 4:17, resist the devil and he must flee. A believer has to put those thoughts to rest. We as children of God, we have the authority to break free from evil thoughts. We have the authority to rule over anything that tries to torment us as children of God. Jesus broke Satan's authority over our life. Jesus paid the ultimate price so that we can be free. What we need to do now is to put on the whole armor of God. This means we have a choice. We need to renew our mind with the Word of God and give no place to evil thoughts. Romans 12, chapter 2, one of our main scriptures for mind matters. It says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and the perfect will of God. Here's the danger of continuing to put on wrong thoughts. Eventually, they will wear you down. Eventually, it will enter your hearts. And eventually, it will come out of your mouth. And what comes out of your mouth is life and death. It's either the thoughts that is coming out of your life, out of your mouth, is going to give you life, or it's going to cause you to die, whether physically or also spiritually. Jesus said it is not what goes into the man's mouth that defiles him, but it's what comes out of the man's heart that defiles him. Keeping God's thoughts in your mouth and in your heart will keep you totally free from wrong thoughts having power over you. And I want to let you know something. You, as a child of God, have power over the enemy. You, as a child of God, have power over the thoughts that tries to get away to get into your heart. We will not be able to avoid these negative thoughts from coming into our minds all the time, but we have the power to put them out, to cast them out, and to lock them away. So I want you to have a blessed day. I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to be joyful. I want you to be blessed. And I want you to be a blessing. Remember, you were created to dominate. Don't be dominated. Until we meet again tomorrow, please God, you take care.